Hi guys. So as you seen from my video, this is gonna be a rant, Vampire Diaries rant. And real quick, this is probably gonna be a really long video. Just like my Doctor Who Series 1 review, which I really didn't expect to be that long. It's like 25 minutes. And if any of you watched that video, you're awesome. But yeah, I apologize. For how long that is, and I'm gonna apologize right now for how long this probably is. So let's just get started. Basically, what I'm going to do with this rant, I'm just going to talk about the characters that have been driving me nuts. My overall thoughts of the past 3 seasons, and some of the ships and ship wars that have been going on in this fandom. So yeah, here we go. First and foremost, there's Elena. Elena. Okay, first of all, I've read the books. I read up to The Return Nightfall. That's the last one I read. I have Shadows of the Midnight. I just haven't read them yet. Anyway, Elena in the books was a total bitch, and I hated her, and I just hated reading anything about her. So when I found out about the show, I thought, oh god, I'm sorry, I just finished eating, so I'm just gonna have to watch a show about her being a bitch. Yay! And then, I started hearing news about the show. I was a little miffed, like I think a lot of Vampire Diaries fans were, by the fact that, in the books Elena's blonde and blue-eyed, and the show she's brunette. She got brown hair with brown eyes, and I was like, okay, we'll see how that goes. But, anyway, I enjoyed Elena in the show, which I was really happy about. They made her really pleasant, she was really likable, and I was like, yay, I don't hate you, like I did in the book. Like, from the moment I started reading the book, I hated Elena, and she never was able to redeem herself in my eyes, so I just always hated her. But in the show, they made her pleasant, and I was happy about that. But then, I don't know, I think somewhere at the end of season 2 and all season 3, I just hated her. I've grown to hate Elena. And it's not because she's become bitchy, no. It's because she is whiny, she is dull, and she's just annoying as hell. And I just cannot stand her. Which brings me to the next character, which I think proves how good of an actress Nina is. And that's Catherine. In the books, I hated Catherine. I was so excited when she died. The show, I love Catherine. I don't ever want her to die. I think this proves pretty clearly how well Nina can act when she plays 2 completely different characters. One of them I hate and wish would die, Elena. And one I love and want to stay alive forever, Catherine. And I'm actually really sad. Like, Catherine, disappeared, and I don't understand why. Can someone please tell me what happened to Catherine? Because I honestly can't remember, mainly because I try to block as much as season 3 from my brain. But I'll get to that later. But can someone please refresh my memory? What the hell happened to Catherine? Where did she go? What happened? Because I miss her and I want her back. Hold on, I have notes. The next character I want to talk about is Stefan. I hated Stefan in the books because I thought he was whiny and pathetic, and every time I would read the books, I would just be like, okay, just take Elena and you 2 just go off somewhere else so I can read about some other characters that I actually like, and none of them are you. But Stefan in the books, I was really happy. They made him, well, at first he was a little broody, but that quickly changed, and he became really likable, and I was like, oh my god, I love you. And just made me have conflicting feelings, because I know people hate doing teams and all that, but when I read the books, I was totally Team Damon. I hated Stefan. But on the show, I can't when the show first started, I honestly couldn't choose. I was like, I love both of these guys. Of course, that has changed, but I'll get to that later. But I love Stefan. I loved season 3 with the whole Rippa Stefan. I loved that whole storyline. I thought it was really great, and Paul did a fantastic job acting out those scenes, and he just did fantastic this season. I was really impressed. So yeah, I love Stefan. Next, Damon. I love Damon in the book. Damon was the only reason I keep reading these books. I plan to, because it's been a while, so I plan to reread them and finish Midnight. I'm not going to get the new series, Fan Hunter. I don't even know that how the new thing is, by the Ghost Rider. I'm not going to get that shit. But anyway, yeah. So, I loved Stefan in the books. He was Stefan Damon. in the books, and he was the main reason I kept reading them, and I enjoyed his character. I loved how he was so sarcastic and an asshole. And that's what I got the first season, which I was happy about. Ian does a great job playing Damon. And I absolutely loved him in the first season because he was exactly like Book Damon. He was sarcastic. He was an asshole. He was a dick. He was an evil bastard. He was everything I was hoping for Damon. And then it's kind of like Elena. Something happened where near the end of season 2 and all of season 3, Damon became Book Stefan. He became whiny and pathetic and made me want to smash his face into the ground and say, "What the hell are you doing? This is not you. Stop being pathetic." Because that's how I view Damon. Especially after season 3. He is so pathetic, and he's such a lost puppy after Elena. It's sickening. It really, really is. It's so sickening how much his character has changed, and it makes me so depressed because, like I said, at the beginning of this whole show, it actually made me feel different than the books. Because, like I said, books, I was totally Team Damon. At the beginning of the show, I liked both of them, so I couldn't choose. And seriously, after season 3, I'm like Team Stefan, which breaks my heart to say because I adore Damon. And I can't, oh god, it literally physically hurts me to say that. But I can't love a character who has changed so dramatically where I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is going on? Why is this happening? I don't understand. So they really need to fix that shit. Like, God, I know, what irritates me is, I know people say, the books are different from the show. Yes, I understand that, and I know they drift completely away from the books. But they still have some things. I mean, look at the ships. The ships are exactly the same as the book, and I'll get into ships later. But one of the things that I loved about the books was that even though Damon started going after Elena, he still was a dick. He still had his asshole moments. He wasn't pathetic. But the show, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. He still has his asshole dick moments. But it's not like first season Damon, which was Damon. And I just don't understand why they just can't have first season Damon, but still be, after Elena. Why can't he have that same person? I don't understand it. It drives me insane. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Next character I want to talk about is Jeremy, who, everyone who knows that read the book, Jeremy is basically supposed to be Margaret of the show. And at first I was a little annoyed. I was like, oh, why did they change, like, I don't remember how old Margaret is, but I'm just going to say a number like 5-year-old Margaret and turn her into a 16-year-old drug-addicted mother. What the hell? But I did quickly fall in love with Jeremy, but then, like every other character, that quickly disappeared, and by, I think, halfway through season 2, maybe in the beginning of season 3, I don't know when, I just stopped liking Jeremy. And my niece and nephew are leaving, so hold on. Real quick, just watch my wall. We're back. Where'd they go? Sorry, do you like my wall? My wall's fascinating. Anyway. Yeah, but Jeremy's just bleh. I don't care about Jeremy. Jeremy could literally die and I would not care. I might, that's not completely true. I might shed a couple tears, mainly just because of Elena. Would be sad, but I'm not, oh god, Jeremy. Moving on, Tyler and Matt. I hated Tyler in the first season. He was a total dick, but then I hated Tyler in the book, so it didn't make difference. But then season 2 progressed, and I started liking Tyler again, but then season 3 came, and I started hating Tyler again, until like the end of the season, then I started liking Tyler again. I have a love-hate relationship with Tyler. It's always up and down. So, I never know how I'm going to feel about Tyler. I just know that, yeah, he's there. Speaking of he's just there, Matt. That's all Matt is. Matt was such a bigger part in the books. He really was. And he was so involved in so many things he did. And Matt's just like there. Just there. Which really makes me sad. Because Zach does a great job playing Matt. And he just gets sidelined with random things happening where just, like I said, he's just there. It's like, oh god, I feel so bad for Matt. Next we got Caroline. Caroline in the first season was exactly like Book Caroline in my opinion. I hated Book Caroline. I hated first season Caroline. I was just like, oh god, go away. Just go. Of course, I did like to like her a little bit more when she got with Matt, but I still was like, oh god, Caroline. But then when she became a vampire, it was like a total 180. Like I'm sorry. I totally fell in love with Caroline, and I loved everything about her. I was like, yay, you're a vampire and you're awesome. Oh my god. And then she started getting with Tyler, and I was like, okay, I kind of like that. And then, you know, third season happened, and I was like, I'm confused about my feelings, who I want to be with, but oh my god. But yeah, I love Caroline. She's fantastic, and she's a great character, and I love her. And the originals. I don't like Mama Original. She can go far, far away. Didn't she die? I don't remember. I don't like Finn. Glad he's dead. Sorry. I don't like Cole. I wish she were dead. Once again, sorry. Rebecca. I have a love-hate relationship with Rebecca. Some of the things she does, I'm like, God, you suck. And some of the things she does where I'm like, yay. Like, I'm sorry, but it was totally justified what she did to Damon. He deserved it. Don't care what anyone says. He deserved it. But I will admit that hate sex they had was really hot. And I also kind of shipped Matt and Rebecca. Even though that would just end in disaster. I'm not stupid, but I know. But I kind of shipped it. And then Elijah. Elijah's a badass. I love Elijah. He's like the only, as weird as it sounds, he's like the only normal one in that family. He really is. Which, it's laughable to me, but he really is. And I enjoy Elijah. I'm always happy when he comes back. Klaus. At first I hated Klaus. But then I grew to love Klaus. And then Klaus kind of became a little pathetic with his attraction to Caroline, which I didn't like. Even though I do kind of like the idea of Klaus and Caroline, but I didn't like how he became kind of weak with the attraction to Caroline. Like, if he was still the same Klaus with Caroline, then I'd be fine. But if he kind of, in a way, if he becomes Damon, like the way Damon is with Elena, then I don't want that. But, yeah. So, there's that. And then, finally, the last character I want to talk about, and I knew I would talk the most about her, because she is my favorite character. Bonnie. Bonnie was okay. When I read the books, like I said, I hated Elena and Stefan. I only read the books for Damon and Bonnie. They're the only interesting characters. They were the only characters I cared what happened to. Well, Meredith and Matt I cared a little. But, you know, those are the only two characters I cared about. My only problem with Bonnie in the books was she was kind of whiny and she cried way too easily. And I was always just be sitting there like, you are so much stronger than this. Stop it. Stop it. Bonnie in the show is a hell of a lot stronger than book Bonnie. I'm really happy about that. And Kat Graham does such a good job of playing Bonnie. I adore Kat Graham. She's so good. But, like every character I love, there's always people that are evil. This fandom, for some reason I still do not understand, hates Bonnie. And I don't, and I know a part of it, a great deal of it has to do with the fact that Bonnie keeps putting Damon in his place by giving him aneurysms and burning him. And I'm sorry, she's totally justified in doing everything she does to him. He deserves everything he gets from her. And I remember, especially with season 3, people were really upset at her when she didn't save Damon when Rebecca was torturing him. Which, he didn't deserve it. He did not deserve to be saved by, Bonnie. And I mean, but technically, Bonnie did save him, which I guess people forget, because she might not have, like, went over to him and, like, let him live, but she did, when she left the house, she did call Elena and let them know, hey, Damon's in Klaus's house, bleeding to death, you might want to come get him, you know. So, like, that's what I hate when people are like, oh, Bonnie didn't save him. Yeah, technically she did. She didn't physically do it, but she did send help, which is, in my book, just like saving him. And the other thing I hate, like, Bonnie is so, I guess, she's the only character that I feel thinks things out. Like, she doesn't just rush into things like every other effing character on the show. She thinks, like, oh God, what were the consequences? You know, she thinks. But the thing I hate that the writers and creators of the show do with Bonnie is she's essentially like a side character. Like, they make her disappear for like a crap load of episodes and then just bring her back when they need a witch. It's the only time you see Bonnie in an episode if they need a spell, whether that be to save the fair Elena or if she's being threatened or guilted. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And also her love stories. Really? They put her with Jeremy, who, well, no, first they tried to put her with Luca, and that didn't work because Luca was kind of evil, but not really, but still. Then they put her with Jeremy, which, even though I thought was adorable, like, they were really cute together, didn't really make sense because it was just, like, random. Like, if there had been, like, a build-up to it, then I might have liked it a little bit more, but it was just, like, just random, like, one episode, they're like Jeremy's attracted to Bonnie, and Bonnie's attracted to Jeremy. It's like, wait, when the hell did this happen? What? And then they broke up because, you know, Jeremy cheated on Bonnie with his dead ghost ex-vampire girlfriend. And so that ended. And now they're trying to put Bonnie with Jamie, who, even though, yes, I know technically and biologically he is not her brother, I still consider her brother, and that irritates me, and oh God, I don't want Bonnie with Jamie. Like, seriously, I would rather have her with Jeremy again or single. It's ridiculous. Another thing that really pisses me off with Bonnie's character is how they basically made her Caroline. If you don't know what I mean, in the books, Bonnie is a main character. She's she's front and center with all the drama that goes on in the books in every little situation. Like, she's involved in everything. Like, and she is Elena's best friend. Like, Meredith is her friend too, but Bonnie is her best friend. Caroline in the book, Caroline is a side character. Like, no one cares about Caroline. She just like pops up once in a while. And that's basically what they did on the show. They have made Book Bonnie, they've given the position of Book Bonnie to Caroline. Caroline is front and center, has become Elena's best friend, and, you know, she knows everything that's going on. She's in on all the plans, all that shit. Book Caroline is Bonnie. They've made Bonnie a side character that no one cares about, and she only pops up once in a while only when they need a witch. And that pisses me off because Bonnie is such an important character, and they just basically gave her importance to Caroline. When, even though I love Caroline to death, Caroline is, like, no. That, the importance of that friendship between Bonnie and Elena is not even there, and that pisses me off. So now that I've rambled about characters, and I told you this was going to be long, I'm going to talk about seasons. Season 1, I love Season 1, even, you know, because I know a lot of people say the first 4 episodes suck, but no, I adore every episode in Season 1. It's such a good season. Season 2, I like, but like I said, like, I don't know if it's halfway, the last couple episodes of Season 2, it just goes downhill for me. Like, it's like Season 1, Season 2, oh, halfway through Season 2, it just goes down, and then Season 3 I fucking hate, except for a couple episodes that I did like, but oh God, I just hate Season 3, it just sucked so bad. And I will say this, Season 1 has the best season finale they've had. Season 2 sucked. Season 2 finale sucked. Season 3 finale sucked. You can go watch my finale reviews on my channel. They should be in my review playlist. They sucked. The series premiere of the first episode of Season 1, you know, wasn't that great. And Season 2 has the best premiere. Season 1 was okay. Season 3's premiere sucked. Season 2 has the best premiere. That was a great premiere. So, yeah. That's how I feel with the seasons. Favorite episodes in Season 1 were, History Repeating and Founders Day. Even though I hated that Anna died, I loved Anna. She's my OTP with Jeremy. She is the best person for Jeremy. Anna was, and she's dead, and I'm sad. Season 2, the best episodes in Season 2 were, oh God, now I can't remember anything. Well, the first 2 episodes of Season 2. Was it Plan B, I think? Yeah, Plan B. I can't remember, but decade was it? The 60s dance. And then I don't remember the episode, but the episode where Klaus was making Catherine stab herself in the leg. So, yeah. And then season 3, the only one I can think of is the episode where Klaus faces off against Michael, his dad. And then what episode was it? 319? The one where they killed Klaus. Yeah, that was the best. And then finally ships. And this is going to be really long. Okay. I'm only going to talk about a couple ships, not every ship. First of all, with Caroline. Between Forward and Caroline. Like I said, I like Caroline a little more when she was mad, but I still didn't like her. With Tyler, I do like her more with Tyler, because I think Caroline makes Tyler better. Because like I said, I have a relationship with Tyler. But with Klaus, like I said, I'm worried it'll become like Damon and Elena, that Caroline's going to make him soft and pathetic. So I'm still not sure about that one. But I do like it. But I think I like Forward a little more, because I think their dynamic works better than Klaus and Caroline, even though I do think that's cute. But yeah, so that's where I am with that. When it comes to Elena, I prefer Stelena over Delena. And the reason being is because it's kind of the same reason as I said with Klaus and Caroline. I think Elena makes Damon too soft and pathetic. And I don't think they're good for each other either. Like I said, he makes it soft and pathetic. And I don't know about you, but in my opinion, Elena comes off a little more bitchy when she's with Damon. And I don't like that at all. And I feel like to be with Elena, Damon would have to change himself completely. And I don't want that. You shouldn't have to do that. Like, if you're going to be with someone, yeah, they might have to change a little. But you also have to change a little. But you also have to accept them for who they are. And I don't like that. And I prefer Stefan and Elena because they're just perfect for each other. They really are. Like, Elena, I think, is good with Stefan. Like, they just complement each other so well, I feel. So that's why I prefer Stelena over Delena. Like, I totally get why people ship Delena. I'm not blind. But I just don't think they work together like Stefan and Elena do. Okay, with Bonnie, I don't, like, you already know I don't want Bonnie with Jamie. Bear Me, like I said, it just came out of left field for me. It was cute, but I would always still be sitting there like, I don't understand this relationship at all. And I also made a joke where I was like, I'm afraid for Bonnie to be with Jeremy because every other girlfriend Jeremy's had has died. So, cruel joke, but true. And then the ship I ship with Bonnie is, of course, Bayman, which you all should know by now. You should. And the reason, and I know I'm going to get so much hate for this, because God forbid anyone like Bayman, because fans will attack you. Just like if you're a fan of Bonnie, you will get attacked. And the reason I ship Bayman, well, I shipped him in the books. And yes, they are somewhat canon in the book, so I can. And I know people, but the books are different and they hit each other in the show. Dude, seriously. That argument's so old. It really is. But the reason I ship them in the show is because they complement each other really well. And I know people are probably like, what the hell are you talking about? The reason I say that is because Bonnie doesn't take any of Damon's shit. She puts him in his place. And Damon also doesn't take any Bonnie shit. Like, they are so good at their banter and their fights, basically. They just, like, Damon can be a total dick, but Bonnie will basically let him, dude, you're being a dick. Stop. And if Bonnie's being, like, up on her high horse, Damon will call her on it. Like, dude, you need to get off your high horse and stop. And I love that dynamic between them. And also, I know so... The one thing that I find fascinating is that another reason, real quick, before I keep on, that Bonnie, another thing that drives me with Bonnie is Bonnie does all this stuff for everyone, and no one ever thanks her. No one ever, like, is gracious or shows any gratitude. Gracious wasn't the right word, gratitude was. Shows any gratitude with her, especially after all she's lost. You know. That's another thing. People got pissed when Bonnie didn't want to talk to Elena after her mom was turned. Like, it's totally justified. Sorry. Her mom got killed because we had to save your dumb ass again. So, yeah, sorry. I'm with Bonnie on that one. But anyway, I find it hilarious that no one in this show ever shows her any gratitude except Damon. Damon is the only person out of that whole cast of characters that has said thank you twice to Bonnie. The first time was in Founder's Day, and yes, he was thanking her about the device, which she did not deactivate, but still, he thanked her. The second time was in Plan B, when Mason woke up and, like, grabbed Bonnie, and Damon, like, wrenched, separated them, and Bonnie's like, I'm done, I'm out, and she started walking away, and Damon said, hey, Judgy, thank you. He's the only person who's ever said thank you to Bonnie, and they respect each other. They really do. I know so many people don't understand when Damon and Sam say that, but they really do. Damon knows how strong Bonnie is and knows how strong Bonnie can be. He's seen it. And, that's why whenever they need anything, he always comes to Bonnie. Yes, he might be a little rude and harsh about it, but he does. Like, in 319, when Abby was basically telling Bonnie, you can't do it, the spell. Damon's like, I'm on Team Bonnie on this one, because he knows Bonnie's abilities, and he knows how powerful she is, and he knows she can do this. And the same with Bonnie. Bonnie, she does, on a level, trust Damon, because when Stefan was making her open that coffin, who was the first person she contacted when they did it? She called Damon. It's like, they always call on each other. Like, even though, yes, they constantly say they hate each other and they don't like each other, but there is a underlying sense of respect between them and trust between them, even though it's not on the surface. And that's another reason why I love their dynamic in the relationship, because it's not obvious. And I do like that, because there is a sense of mystery to the possibility of them being together, and that's what I like, and that's why I ship them. Whether, I have no clue how long I'm going to have to wait for me to get any kind of baby action, but I will wait patiently. And if anyone saw my season 3 finale review, then you know that I'm kind of looking forward to Elena the Vampire, just to see how Nina portrays her Elena the Vampire, because we know she can do Catherine like no business, but how she can do Elena. And I think I mentioned earlier, I really want Dark Bonnie. If it's done well. If it's half-assed, then no, I don't want it. But I really want Dark Bonnie next season, because, I'm sorry, by this point, Bonnie has every right to go dark and want to just kill everyone. Because no one's given her any reason to want to help them ever again. So, yeah. There's my rant. Really fucking long rant. And once again, if you... Just like with my Doctor Who one, if you watch all of this, I applaud you. So, yeah, tell me your opinions. If you agree, disagree, we can talk. Okay, real quick. Do not be rude. Please, I will totally discuss in the comments with you everything you agree or disagree with me, but if you're going to be rude, I'm not going to waste my time responding to you. I'll probably just delete your comment, because I'm not going to just have you be rude to me when I'm expressing my opinion. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I haven't said anything rude about your favorite character. Well, probably your favorite character, but your ships. I probably haven't said anything rude about your ships that I can recall. So, yeah, comment, give me your opinion. Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? I'm seeing a bunch of disagreeing, but still. But anyway, so, comment, like, favorite, subscribe. Until next time, bye, guys.